It's time to get away.
The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Welcome to the NBA for this Friday afternoon broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to Houston. Harden with it. Now Green defending. Modiunas a screen on Green. Harden dishes to Howard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Howard's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Rockets. Playing alongside James Harden, a lot less pressure, too, on Dwight Howard to carry the load offensively these days. It's certainly, Clark, made things easier for him.
Not only easier, I think it's been more comfortable for him as a secondary scorer. Rolling to the rim, crashing the offensive glass, those are things he can do at a high level for a lot longer, I think.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the guard position. Parker kicks to Green. Spurs passing it around. Outside Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Parker against Lawson. Parker's shot is off.
And listen, Howard took his share of criticism for not being more aggressive and polished scoring on the low post. And the Rockets, though, a numbers-minded team. They know he's at his best as a rim runner in the pick and roll. You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lawson against Parker. The shot's good from Lawson.
And for Howard, really his biggest shortcoming offensively has been the free throw shooting. I mean, he averages close to 9 attempts per game over the course of his career. If he could improve that shot, boy, you talk about making a big difference in his production.
Here's Parker. Ty Lawson making his last shot, and he gets the bucket.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And he gets the bucket. Lawson's got his second bucket of the night.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. A shot by Harden, wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now, here is Lawson. Modiunas sets a screen for Harden. Ariza has the open look. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 3. Parker with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Parker drives in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year, but he fought through like the champion that he is.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And Tony Parker drops them both. Last year, a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on in age, Clark. We've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
Here's Aldridge following the score by Houston. Parker outside. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Houston leading by 3. Lawson drives in. Down low, kicks it out to Harden. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Parker passes to Duncan. That's good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Lawson's against Leonard. Screen by Howard. And it's Moniutis atop the key. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Howard. Howard's got 6.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Lawson outside. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Parker kicks to Green. Pass to Aldridge. Baseline jumper. The Rockets pull it in. Lawson outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Howard can't hit.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Now here's Duncan. Parker outside. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Shot off the pick. Parker with another miss.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
And not hesitating at all to pound it inside here early.
Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities. In a season where everyone in the Southwest made it to the playoffs, you just knew it was going to be a war of attrition night in and night out. Still, the Rockets managed to come out on top in the division.
Spurs trail by 9. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, a bit ago, Kevin McHale and I were able to catch up. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, and with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Thanks again, Doris. And the Rockets were just 8 up and 8 down in the Southwest Division. But, Clark, they won the out-of-division games they needed to in order to take the division crown.
Exactly, and it was a tough year to do that because the division was so tough. It was actually the first ever Southwest Division title for the Rockets.
Here's Lawson following the score by Tony Parker. Lawson right side, feeds it to Howard. Ariza outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And Howard with the stuff.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Ariza up top. He shoots again. Cannot hit. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Ginobili dishes to Leonard. Here's Aldridge. There's the pick. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawson. And the Spurs with some changes. West comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Parker. And then for Houston, Jones checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Monty Eunice. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Pick by West. There's the dish to Diaw. San Antonio again missing. Rockets leading by 7. And here's Beverly. Deflects the pass. Diaw with the steal. And Mills kicks it to West. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Beverly, the pass to Brewer. Houston moving it around. And it's Beverly missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Dishes it to Leonard. Fade away. No luck. And it's Houston the other way.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Ginobili against Harden. Back to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. Ariza outside. Off target with his 3. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him. Spurs trail by 5. 1:39 left in the first quarter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
Now, here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
On the wing, Jones. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. Now it's a 7-point Houston lead.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Mills dishes to Diaw. It's Ginobili on the wing. Picked by West. Back to Diaw. It's taken away by Brewer. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Beverly. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Diaw's got 3 rebounds now in this one. With the fadeaway. And it's good.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Harden kicks to Brewer. For the three. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Rockets on top. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about
attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu, Tony, and Timmy there as the foundation, and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that come on board, whether it's Leonard or Splitter, Mills, Green, or any of the other role players that have come through this Spurs organization.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Aldridge out there with Duncan. Then it's Mills. Then there's Parker. And it's Green in its small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. And too long on the shot.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Puts it up from 12. Parker's shot is off. Rockets leading by 3. Lawson outside. Now the pass to Harden. Releases. Rebound San Antonio.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Outside Aldridge. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Well, you know, Hall of Famer and 3-time champion Kevin McHale, the Rockets coach, did nothing but find success and win as a player. And, you know, that's been the same song for him as a coach.
Houston making 2 changes. Moniunas has checked in for Capella, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for James Harden. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside Aldridge. He dishes it to Mills. Screen by Duncan. They get it again. A second chance effort. Can't get it to go.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Rockets leading by 3. Lawson kicks to Moniunas. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
It's a 3-second violation. Spurs ball.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And there's the feed to Parker. Now here's Mills, covered by Brewer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up the baby hook. Aldridge can't get it to go. A tight game here in San Antonio. Lawson with it. He's picked up by Parker to stop the drought. Here's Moniunas. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Like last season, we saw Moniunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Keep it going for your Silver Dancers.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Mills passes to Parker. They set the pick. Passes it to Aldridge. Puts it up from 15. Aldridge can't get that one to fall. Rockets leading by 5. Lawson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Lawson kicks to Howard. It's stolen by Duncan. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Good.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And Lawson, here we go. Kicks to Brewer. He feeds it to Moniunas. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
For Houston, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Screen by Howard. Lawson kicks to Brewer. Here's Howard. The shot is off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. 3-on-3. Green up on top, covered by Brewer. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. The Spurs working the ball around now. Little turnaround. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And now just a 1-point Rocket lead. Rockets shooting for the game at 42%.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up to the Spurs dance team. One more time, keep it going for your Silver Dancers.
Here is Brewer. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And good on the basket, book it. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Parker dishes to Mills. To the inside. Aldridge, the pass to Duncan. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Howard. Well, the Spurs, Greg, great at home last year. That's not surprising to anyone who's paid attention. We expect that. They're just so tough at home, year in and year out.
And Kevin, how about going 33-8 at home last season? And despite being a 6th seed, only the Hawks and Warriors, the 2 best records in the league, won more games at home. Hard to imagine you could be a 6th seed with that kind of success.
And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Ariza kicks to Howard. Lawson at the elbow. San Antonio with the rebound.
For the Spurs, it was all about being at home. That was a big part of how they went on the run. They won 20 of the last 22 games at home in that stretch, which vaulted them from the bottom of the playoff picture in the West to as high as the 2 seed.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period where he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Here's Mills. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Mills has got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
And the Spurs at home are so great because they just don't miss. I mean, second in field goal percentage at home, shooting 49%. Also second in three-point percentage made at home with over 39%.
Here's Ariza. Another miss by Houston. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Parker got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Aldridge kicks to Mills. Green, the screen. Nobody near Parker. And it's Parker again missing. And here are the Rockets now. Pass to Lawson. Brewer with the ball. Ariza dishes to Lawson. Another miss by Houston.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
The wide open look here for Aldridge. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Brewer. And he's good on the 3 ball. Brewer's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. And it's Parker again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Lawson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Parker against Lawson. Howard with the screen on Parker. It's Howard with the drive. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Green against Lawson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Leonard, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Ginobili in for Patty Mills. Ty Lawson hits them both. And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Lawson's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, you know, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire hydrant in terms of his build and strength. He's a good ball defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
To the wing right side. Let's go. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Rockets. And San Antonio has possession. They trail by 1. Parker passes to West. Leonard against Ariza. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
In talking about Lawson's defense, he was down in steals last season. But a part of that is because he stopped gambling as much. He's learned where to pick his spots.
Getting back to Ty Lawson, he's under 6 feet without shoes, relatively short wingspan as well, yet he's always had to deal with size limitations on defense. But he uses phenomenal anticipation and speed to win more than his share of battles at that end of the floor.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan and Olajuwon.
5 to shoot. Here's Ariza. The Rockets again can't hit.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Parker against Beverly. It's Ginobili outside. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Ginobili's got 5.
And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a card for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact that Popovich has had on him and that entire Spurs team.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
There's the screen. Feeds it to Jones. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And he gets the bucket.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but, yep, he's still cooking, and, Greg, he's cooking with gas.
Parker against Beverly. Parker kicks to Leonard. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And now an 8-point Spurs lead.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Harden dishes to Jones. Jones with the screen on Leonard. Ariza goes in. He kicks it to Capella. It's rebounded by West. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ginobili, he's open. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Harden kicks to Beverly. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. Ginobili up top, guarded by Harden. Parker against Beverly. Shot from 12. Parker's shot is off.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Spurs ending the second quarter on a 20-7 run. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, David, a great first half that demonstrates a lot of the evolution of this team. As a veteran of this group, can you tell us a bit about the concepts that have helped this cohesion?
You know, we've developed some good habits, creating an identity, but we've just got to continue to try to make the right play every single time, and then the game will speak for itself.
David, thank you. Guys, Coach would point directly to this guy as to what this team is all about.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A fantastic first quarter from Tony Parker. He had 16 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench was. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
The second half just about to get going here.
What a game for Tony Parker. 16 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Spurs leading by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Modiunas and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the 1 spot.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
Harden kicks to Lawson. Six on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lawson's got the first field goal of the second half for the Rockets. The Spurs shooting well. They're at 45%. Green passes to Parker. Great D that time from Lawson.
I like that creativity, double clutching and catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that. That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Well, and guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
It's Parker with the drive. Parker with another miss.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
There's the dish to Howard. 11 feet away. The shot is off. Good D by Parker. Spurs leading by 3. Leonard on the wing. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Off the screen, and Aldridge slams it in.
Boom. That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Harden, no good. The Spurs have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Screen by Duncan. Poked away. It's stolen by Ariza. Wide open. Here's Howard. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Howard's got 10 points in the game.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Count the bucket. 18 points for Tony Parker.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
Yeah, you know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Brewers check in for Trevor Ariza. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
Another miss by Houston.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Fires the three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in '07.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Now, here's Mills. He's got 6. Dishes to Duncan. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Duncan's got 6 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Duncan with the block. Leonard kicks to Green. Outside Leonard. And here's Mills from the arc. It's rebounded by Lawson. Lawson's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Here's Aldridge, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
He doesn't get the second one. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific, in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year, he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
Lawson's against Leonard. It's stolen by Duncan. Now Mills. He's got 6. Leonard kicks to Mills. Duncan gets a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lawson dishes to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. Shoots from 12. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket for Moniunas.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Leonard with the steal. Can't get it to go. And it's Houston the other way. It's Harden with...
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man, oh man, was that fun.
And no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. They set the screen. Howard kicks to Brewer. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Brewer's got 8.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Aldridge left side. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Rockets trail by 3. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Now here's Mills. D right on him. And that one's good. That's 7 points for David West.
And just solid play out of them that time.
Now here's Beverly, covered by Mills. They set the pick. Beverly the pass to Harden. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mills with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Howard against Aldridge. Pass to Mills. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Howard's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The pass to Moniunas. Brewer dishes to Howard. Howard setting the pick for Beverly. There's the feed to Brewer. And another 3 for Houston.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
And the shot is good. Aldridge has got 11 in the second half.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. He dishes it to Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Montejunas with the basket on the assist by Howard. Montejunas has got it all tied up now for the Rockets. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Mills passes to Aldridge. Leonard on the wing, covered by Brewer. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. That's good. Aldridge has got 17 now.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Harden outside. Harden draws the double. Lets it go from 11. West with the block. Here's Ginobili. 5 points in the game. The 3 from Mills. Montejunas grabs the miss. Montejunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Harden, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. From 10 feet out, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Montejunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night. In the corner, it's Brewer. Can't get it to go. Solid defense there from Ginobili. To the middle, here's Mills. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
There's a screen by Montejunas. The floater. And another shot. He lays it in. Montejunas has got 6 points in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Ginobili outside. Back to Aldridge. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 3rd assist on the night.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Harden against Ginobili to the left wing. Beverly wide open. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Aldridge. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 13 with that last one. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Houston, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
San Antonio's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And here is Parker. 18 points for him. No good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Rockets lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far.
On your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Hip hop is separated by while the nice and the nice not.
Here's Lawson. Down low, it's the veterans Diaw and Duncan. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. And it's Ginobili in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Lawson the pass to Ariza. Back to Lawson. 6 to shoot. 13 feet away. It's hauled in by Diaw.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Parker dishes to Green. From past the arc, and that one's good. Green's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Spurs.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Jones with the screen on Green. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
This season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
He hits both from the stripe.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
Here's Jones. Duncan with the block. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Diaw with the screen on Lawson. Parker kicks to Diaw, jacks up a 3, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Green. That drops. Now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Diaw sets the pick for Parker. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Ariza outside, the tray, and another 3 for Houston.
The 3-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of creating good looks from the outside, and now they've really got it going.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
And the Spurs making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. And here's Green outside. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Outside for Lawson. Looking to end his cold spell. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And the Rockets lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Green. Another one falls for San Antonio.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Passes it to Harden. With some arc, score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You look at what Howard has done so far. 14 rebounds, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Howard.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And so he hits both. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Moniutis in the post. Aldridge is there. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Lawson's against Green. Harden outside. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Houston.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And memo to the rest of the team, continue to get him the basketball. He's clearly delivering here in the fourth.
Yes, sir. He is dialed in. 6 of 6 in the quarter and looking for more.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
Green kicks to Duncan. The 11-footer. No good off the back of the rim. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lawson the pass to Howard. Another miss by Houston. San Antonio leading. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Aldridge with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Lawson. Parker drives in. No dice from the high post.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Lawson the pass to Howard, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And Ginobili, here we go. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Ginobili. That's now 8 points for Duncan.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Lawson. No good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Parker outside. Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. No good. In and out off the rim. Rockets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Lawson dishes to Harden. Back to Lawson, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Ginobili.
Well, Ty Lawson in this one, 10 points and 9 assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio. And he's good on the second.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
Shot from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending. A lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe 2, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes shot for shot.
Here's Lawson. There's a screen by Modiunas. Harden with room to shoot. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Aldridge. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And that one's good. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Kicks it to Moniunas. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27. Had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, we knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose 1 game, and they're all the way back to 6.
Ty Lawson hits them both. Spurs trail by 3. Parker with it. Ginobili outside. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Aldridge.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Ariza kicks to Howard, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Harden against Ginobili. He feeds it to Aldridge. Here's Duncan. The rebound by Harden.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
Moniunas, that's a screen for Harden. Pass to Moniunas. Now here's Harden. No good. AT that time from Leonard. Ginobili against Harden. Duncan, the pass to Parker. Feeds to Aldridge. A jump hook, and he gets it to go. Aldridge has got 28.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Harden kicks to Lawson. .125 left in the 4th quarter. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
2 shots.
Good on the first, and that ties the game up. Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
Here is Harden. Harden draws the double. And it's Howard finishing it off. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
.114 left in the fourth quarter. Duncan misses.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Houston moving it around. And Lawson, here we go. No good. Good D by Parker.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Here's Aldridge. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Harden kicks to Lawson. Back to Harden. Lawson dishes to Howard. Yes!
There's not a lot you can do when Howard is on like he is now.
Timeout Spurs. And now, your Spurs dance team.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Here is Harden. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Clock at 6. He kicks it to Lawson. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall, and we came with the victory.
It was a decisive run, James. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
Well, when Dwight uses his physical presence and athleticism to the max, he's nearly impossible to stop. He's got the body of a center, but the hops of a swing man. Just got to put it all together now.
He gave them a big spark with his offense in the paint. He worked non-stop to establish position near the bucket, and that was a good look for them. The D has all sorts of problems trying to deal with him tonight.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.